Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online SLO-TRO edition. This is Gnarlrynae. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlrynae. Good girl. As you see, we are arriving in the Lemaile's Vineyard area where we left off, and it literally just became nightfall. The little moon just changed right as I was pressing the F9 button, and all the little crickets in the background that you're probably hearing right now. So let us go down. We've got a couple of quests to finish in this area. We got some more goblins to kill. And in fact, we've got a Arid Luine Goblin Slayer quest as well. We're also going to keep a close eye on our experience bar down here. We can let it get up to the close-up here. I figure about right there is where we'll stop it this time. All right, we got some white level ones up here. Let us go ahead and take these people on. There we go. All right. Shouldn't be much of a much. We collected a wine flask as well. Very good. Let's see if we can get one off of this one. Indeed. All right. So it looks like as we move on down, it shouldn't take too terribly long to finish up this particular series of quests here. That's got all our sentinels out of the way. We need to kill a few more defilers, get a few more wine. That one didn't drop any wine. See, occasionally they still don't do it. But it's only occasional. Alright, we are headed into town today. Got a shopping trip set up. Alright, that's all the defilers down. Now we need to kill that Pamprosh. And I got a feeling he is way back, I believe, at the very back of the area here. Far enough back that I think we can skip a lot of these defilers and stuff along the way, because we will be getting plenty of opportunity to fight them on the way, just like that one. See, we'll get plenty of opportunities as we go along to take them out. See, I don't remember these all being so close up here. I remember them being scattered a little bit more than this. Could be just imagining things, but that's the way I remember it anyway. Yeah, it's nice to be able to stand here in the pond. We're going to be casting Burning Embers. Want to be able to make sure that we have a nice source of water nearby. Okay, we have got half the rare vintage. Oh, Mr. Defiler, are you going to aggro on me? You did not. Wow. Okay, we got some more grapevines up the hill. Some more off to further down the road. Let's see if we can take this guy out. There we go. They're being a little stingy. Oh, we got a yellow one there. And this is why we had to be careful, is because these levels here go by so quick. Let's heal up our stacks there right quick. I need to check and see what the... There we go. New deed, Light of Hope. So we got another deed bestowed on us. And let me guess. Healing... yeah, 600 times. We have to use Light of Hope and heal our pet 600 times. Indeed. Alright, let us come on down. Grab these. 2 more of these. Vines here, grapevines, get the last gleanings off of them. We still need 1 more of the rare vintage. Whoa, I didn't see you there. That wasn't good. Oh, got myself targeted. Trying to do too much with one hand. It's a common occurrence for me whenever I'm on a computer. Alright, now we got to find this Pomprosh fella. So, like I said, I believe he is back here. I think he wanders a bit. Yep, there he is. Pomprosh. Alright, he is a level 8. Just a regular level 8. Send my pet in. Go get him, Stacks. Crush, hate, crush. Why am I not... Boy, was I out of range? I thought I had a longer range than that. I did not see it at the time because it did not appear above his head. But over here in the chat box, this is why I keep the general tab open. Over here in the chat box, it says, Pomprosh says, if you are looking for the elf prince, you're too late. The dwarves have him now. And that will be important to the bit of the quest in just a little bit when we turn it in. Amazing. I would have swore I had a longer range than that. Alrighty, well, we seem to have taken out all the people that we need to here at the vineyard. So we are going to continue on down. Let me see, is that my wife texting me? Nope. That is from the police telling me that there is an accident on the road. Got one of those Nixie services that sends you the text messages letting you know what road conditions are like, accidents, that kind of stuff. And since I've got to be heading toward my job here in a little while, that one is actually between me and them, and I need to know that so I can take a different route. Alright, so we have taken care of some of these defilers. We have taken care of some of the sentinels. Well, you would, wouldn't you? Of course you would. Nice. Ever since Mind Fiend told me that that looks like it, the elven stuff that pops up above your head looks like it says Hiya. That's all I can see every time I do it now is Hiya. Let's turn our light on. It's gotten dark enough for that. And let us talk to Miss Breathelwind here again. Let's see, which one are we going to do first? How about a rare vintage? And let's also see. Wine flask. This is a flask of rare vintage of elven wine, and that is one that these quests are old enough, and I did them long enough ago, those would have been in my inventory space. Ah, very good. You have done all that I could ask. Thank you for your efforts. Those wicked creatures will learn better than to raid my wine cellars in the future. Very well, I would have had those there. Let's see, Vintner's Trousers, 30 armor. That sounds good to me. And I'm going to have to freeze frame that and read the description. Alright, let's do Gleaning of the Field this time. And let's put our stone back in our pocket, because we're getting awful close there. Good, we have frozen our experience again. So let us do Gleaning the Field.
Greetings to you.
Very good, Gnarlrynae. Years from now, your efforts today will bring great joy to many. Hard work brings satisfaction, not just in winemaking, but in all things. Okay, Breathelwind's Garden Gloves. 18 armor. Nice. Repair all that.
You may be of service to me.
Replace all that dwarf tat that we're walking around with. All right, return the cask. All filled and ready for delivery. Apparently we just did something else, so we'll have to take a look. All filled and ready for delivery. I would like to thank you for your assistance, Gnarlrynae, as I would not have been able to see this last bit of harvest along without you. This cask is meant for another, however. I would like to see it sent along to my friend Brigadur. It was he who sent it to me, after all. Why should he not have the finest wine of the valley? If you would, take this back to him at Celondim. Follow the path to the east and turn toward the southeast across the bridge. You will find him at the Crafters Market. Indeed we will. All right, so we need to return down there, talk to Brigadur. we need to return down there, talk to Carnivore, let him know that we have set out. We've killed Pomprash and slain a whole bunch of goblins in tribute to his son, who has gone missing, presumably killed by the goblins. And we will return down there. Y'all know the path. We will return down there trying to avoid these wolves if we can. Many of them as we can. And we will see you when we return back to Celondim. Alright, we have returned to Celondim. Let's see if we can get up there to the crafting tier of the city. Is this the pace here, or are we going to have to go up one more level? I think this is it right here, isn't it? Yes, indeed. Let's go over here and talk to Brigadour. Before we do that, I'm going to take a look at what ding down here, what deed it was. We got turbine points. Oh, got some new mail. Turbine points granted. We completed a deed. Which one? Ally of Arid Luine. Finish 10 quests in the Arid Luine. We've got Charity, we've got Reputation with Thorns Hall, and of course the Turbine points. And I guess the next one is what? Friend? Defender of Arid Luine, which is finished 10 more, and then you'll get some Compassion, Turbine points, and Reputation. Okay, and those of y'all that are free, you know, they talk about the stuff, that's the technique right there. Whenever they talk about how you can play and buy everything in the game for free, that's how you do it. You grind these deeds like this, get these 10 points here, 10 points there, 5 points there, and you make a whole bunch of alts because they are, you know, the points are account wide. The turbine points, they are a account wide. They're not just on each individual character. So that's generally how you do it. It's a long grind, but it can be done. It can be done. All right, Brigadour.
Greetings to you.
I have a cask for you. Thank you, Gnarlrynae, and thank my friend Breathlwyn for knowing my intentions. I understand that Breathlwyn was beset by goblins, and that you fought many off to obtain this spirit. Know that it was for a worthy cause.
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
All right, gift for a friend. Before you leave, Gnarlrynae, I have one more boon to ask of you. I promised a bottle of last year's vintage to a friend at Dualon to the north, and my labors kept me too busy to fulfill that pledge. I hope this is not inconvenienced her. Can you deliver this bottle to Dolenigil? Yes, Dolenigil. For me. Dolingil. We were throwing an extra E in there, weren't we? Dolingil for me. The refuge lies on the road that follows the river north beyond Lemail's vineyard. If you reach the dwarf port of Celindul, you have traveled too far north. Perhaps you should make use of the horse from here to Dualond. So bring the bottle to Dolingil up in Dualond. We can certainly do that. Let us run down to the bottom down here and turn in the quest to Carvador. Let him know what we've got going on and what we have done with his son, in memory of his son. And then I think we will have to stop right there. I'm going to have to run and go take a shower and get ready, like I said, to run into work. I just wanted to get a few minutes in here. Was doing a little itching to get on back on Gnarlrynae again. So I had a little of that. So yeah, in a few minutes I will be in the shower, all soaped up and slick and all. I told people that at work the other day. I said, let me tell you all this. I said, the other day, I said I was standing in the shower and I was all covered in soap. And I stopped, and there was a long pause, and they went, yeah? I went, what? Is there a story? It's like, no, I just wanted to put that picture in your head. I got several things thrown at me, needless to say. Carvador.
My heart cannot sing today.
The Wrath of the Elves. What is this? Pamprosh said that my son still lives. He did not. He didn't say anything like that. Everthal was not slain. My heart wants to believe, but believe the words of a goblin. Still, I cannot fathom why he would tell you this if it were not so. But if Everthal is alive, then his capture does not bode well. I fear he will not live long while imprisoned by those outcast dwarves. They are no better than the goblins. Let's see which one we want. Fate or might? Let's go with fate. Given a choice of things I don't generally use, I tend to go with the fate. Prologue, the Master of the Refuge. You have done so much for me already, Gnarlrynae, but there is still much that must be done if my son is to be restored. We have not had dealings with the dwarves for a very long time, and those are not pleasant memories. You were at Helion, I believe. You remember Skorgrim's final attack on the old refuge, yes? Dwarves are scheming and self-serving, not to be trusted. We must gather our strength to lay siege to the dwarves of Ered Luin and rescue Everthal from their clutches. But only Doringur Whitethorn, the master of Dualand, has the authority to muster such a force. Bring him the news of my son, that he is alive but a prisoner. We must strike at the dwarves before it is too late. Speak with Toron at the stable before you go. He will hasten you upon your journey. Okay, that we can do. So we have 2 things to go to Dualan now. I will assume that we have probably exhausted all the quests down here in Celondim. Before we get back in, I will join back and run around and make sure we've gotten all the rings collected. I see one behind me there, just up there, right there at the stable master. So we'll see. He may be a quest sending you over to Dualan. I'm not sure. But we'll take a look at that. And when I come back, we will continue with the story here and see where it takes you. So I will see y'all again in y'all's terms in just a few seconds. All right, everyone, I've sold my goods just back behind us here with the armor makers and all are. Gone through my inventory and all. We do have a few more quests scattered about, so we're going to take care of that. The first one here is going to be outfitting yourself and others, which is the minimal level 5 letter that we got from out of one of our books. One of our boxes, I think, is what dropped this. It says, starts the quest outfitting yourself and others. A letter from the Master and Mistresses of Apprentices, who represents the many craft guilds of Middle-earth, made certain that you received this letter inviting you to visit them. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. It is a quest level 5, so it's turned light blue on us. Gnarlrynae, the crafting guilds of Middle-earth thank you for all you have done for the free peoples, and would like to extend an invitation to speak with our representative, Gofednir, at the Crafters' Terrace in Celondim. We acknowledge your ability as a combatant and invite you to try your hand at less violent form of work, craftsmanship. You will find that Gofednir is an able teacher who can introduce you to pursuits ranging from cooking to scholarly to smithy to everything in between. Sincerely, the Crafting Guilds of Middle-earth. All right, so that's the one that would have set us along that particular route. So we officially need to go visit this person now. We do still have the quest that we need to go right up here to Tham Galer, which is the, as we discussed last time, it's the ruin up here if you stay on this side of the river. Instead of crossing that bridge and going up here to the vineyards, if you stay on this side of the river and go to these rivers, that should be Tham Galer. So we will check that next. We also have another quest ring right down here. Let's go ahead and grab it. Toron. And it's got leaving Middle-earth.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Long have my brother and I dwelt upon these shores, and much have we seen in that time. Now the time has come for us to leave this place and sail into the west. My brother, however, does not see clearly and wishes to remain here. We have always dwelt together, and I could not consider a day in my life without his company and counsel. He is the cord which binds me to this Middle-earth. While he is of a mind to remain, I am forced to wait for him. If you would, go to Dualan and see if you can convince Bregar to join me here at Celondim. It is time we begin our journey. The refuge is north along the road. Okay, so another quest moves us along to Dualan there to go and meet his brother and convince him that it is time to leave these shores and leave this Middle-earth. We do have another quest that's on up the hill here. Along with the one that we have outfitting yourself and others, we still have the quest that we have to do the cooking and the tailoring and the farming. You know, we have those introductory quests there. So we will take a look at those right quick. As soon as we make the turn, let's go over here and talk to Golfednir. And turn that one in. Here we go. Outfitting yourself and others.
Sweet lad Melon, will you stay a moment?
He's got some amnesia here. You must be Gnarlrynae. I have been awaiting your arrival, and I'm very excited to see that our letter found you well. I am Golfednir, and I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I am here to help you through the very first stages of learning a craft. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Well, we've talked to you about that already, and that's how we became a yeoman, is it? I think that's what we ended up as. Let's see. Yep, cook, farmer, and tailor. I believe, yep, yeoman. Okay, let's go ahead and grab these three. Introduction to cooking.
Friend. Will you lend me your ear?
I have always marveled at the ability of the other races to prize food in the manner that they do. I have asked one of our promising novices to watch over and guide any new cooks towards learning the very basics of the profession. Her name is Fingamil, and she is over near the oven here at the terrace. Speak with her, and she will teach you the very basics as she progresses in her own studies. Alright, so let's find Fingamil, who is over next to the oven. And let's get the basics of cooking done. Alright, you are definitely well stocked. I'm assuming those are maybe radishes and not cranberries? Okay. Introduction to cooking.
Greetings to you.
If you are looking for guidance in cooking, then I am prepared to offer you direction. If my methods are too fast, feel free to speak with me again, and I will answer any questions that you may have. I will do my best to provide you with clear direction. The first and most important step is having the proper ingredients. I have kept some of the ingredients aside for the purpose of providing for new cooks. Take this crate and let us begin. Okay, you've been provided with a box of ingredients, so now we should open the crate of ingredients. And we have been given 2 bundles of spring barley. We've been given a chicken egg, and we've been given a bottle of water. Okay, and it looks like we've been given... No, that is the woodworker crafter ability that we... Oh, yeah, I was going to say there's 2 of them. Nope, just the one. Alright, so that's the woodworker. That's the woodworker that we need to mail off to, I think, Bramfest. Alright, using the ingredients you received, craft a cup of spring barley powder. Okay, that we can do. We should have it on cooking. Apprentice, ingredients, cup of spring barley flour. Let us go ahead and make that. What do we need? Cooking supplies. So we need to slot in our cooking supplies. Very good. And let's go ahead and make them. Using the ingredients you have obtained, cook a hard biscuit. That is going to be trail food. Well, Shire pudding is what they call it, don't they? And we're going to use that cup of flour we made and a chicken egg. And make a Shire pudding. Or I wonder, there was the hard biscuit, wasn't it? Ooh, I think we screwed the pooch on that one, didn't we? I do indeed. Ooh, we need to pay attention to what we're doing instead of looking at the other stuff there.
Sweet melon.
It appears you've completed the first step of your training. You need only make the hard biscuit now and return it to me for approval. Yeah, well, see, we got a problem with that. We got a slight problem with that. Do you sell eggs?
Greetings to you.
Let's see. Would you perhaps sell a chicken egg and possibly a bottle of water? All right, she sells the chicken egg. Let's buy another one of those. We need a cup of spring barley flour. This might be a problem. This might be a problem. We might end up having to grow us some spring barley. Yes, indeed, because she doesn't seem to sell any spring barley. Okay, we may need to go on to our next recipe. We may need to go on to the farmer and make us some spring barley now. Oh, Lord.
Megovanen, might you spare a moment of your time?
All right, they're talking about the introduction to farming. It looks like he says the same thing, yes. I've always marveled at the ability of the other races to prize food in the manner that they do. Asked one of our promising novices to watch over and guide any new farmers learning the very basics of the profession. His name is Ayaladir, and he is near the farmland here at the terrace. Speak with him. Okay. And he is going to give us the novice farmer, who I bet is at the top of the hill up here, where we saw that patch of farmland, I would imagine. There's quite a bit of farmland up there that we saw when we were killing off those flies. Why don't we cross the hill and see what we have up at the top here? We're going to look for him. If he's not... Yep, there his little ring is popping up. So let us go up and talk to him right quick. Ooh, that's embarrassing that I ended up making the Shire pudding. Well, that's not what we call it here. We don't call it biscuits where we come from. Okay, introduction to farming.
What do you need?
All right, if you're looking for guidance of farming, feel free to ask. If I go too fast, yes. You're not the one going too fast. I am. What is it going to give us this time? It's giving us some crop seed. It is giving us a bucket of water. It's giving us a handful of fertilizer. And there's the other egg we bought. Okay. Using the ingredients you receive, plant a yellow onion field, which should be out here, I would think. Let's go to there. We're going to go to farmer. Apprentice. Let's make sure we got the right one this time. Yellow onion field. There we go. And we need to do our farming tools this time. Okay. And let us make it. I love to be spreading that seed. Okay, we have planted the yellow onion field. Now we need to collect the crop. Small field of yellow onions. All right. And we collect those. Good. We got some fair yellow onion crops. 5 of them. And now we need to activate the track crops, which we've already done. We had done that before, haven't we? Using the ingredients you have, pick a yellow onion at the workbench. Do you have a workbench around here? We got to go all the way back down there again. While we are at it, let's see. Facility required farmland. Can we make yellow onions? But we need a workbench. Okay, so that ain't going to happen. Can we make a bundle of spring barley? We could, but we need to buy some more seeds. Do you sell barley seed?
Megovanen.
Actually, they don't call it that anymore. They call it, actually, you don't just buy the individual seeds anymore. Used to be you bought barley seed, you bought onion seed, now you just buy crop seed. They've narrowed it down and simplified that much of the thing. You used to have to buy a different kind of seed for every single thing that you were going to buy. Spring barley, apprentice, crop seed. Yep, we need a bucket of water and a handful of fertilizer. Training's getting expensive with all this free stuff they're giving us.
How can I be of service?
Okay, a bucket of water and a handful of fertilizer. Very good. Now let's go out here. Let's see if we can make that spring barley field now. Let's go ahead and make it. Yep, that's the way it is. Discovered that as a young man. And once you start sowing seed, you just never want to stop. Nothing you can imagine doing more. All right, we've got a fair spring barley crop and a sprig of allspice. Very good. Now let's see if that will give us a bundle of spring barley. So we need a workshop for that too. So let us head on down to the workbench, back down the hill, and show our tenders down there, show our instructors down there that we are quite the busy little beaver and the eager learner here. Going out of our way to both create and do more work for ourselves. All right, where is the workbench? It should be right here. So let's pull that back up again. Let us see about getting those yellow onions first that they wanted us to make. As we know we have to make that one. Very good. Now we got to bring that yellow onion to the thing, to the guy. Now, that bundle of barley, that will make us a fair spring barley crop. And was that what we need to make the hard biscuits? We need a cup of spring barley flour. And how do we make the spring barley flour? Oops. We need 2 bundles of spring barley. All right, we may have to figure this one out. And that's going to make 1 bundle of spring barley. So we're going to end up having to make a second one up there, I think. Wouldn't you know it? There you go. So far, we've only got 1. Oh, there you go. There you go. All right, we can make one. Look at there. We can make one. Let's get over here. We do need cooking supplies. So let us put our cooking supplies back in place. We can make a cup of spring barley flour. And then we should be able to make that hard biscuit. Boy, we've all been all around the farmhouse to get this one out, haven't we? There we go. All right. And that is my wife calling. I shall be back. All right, we have gotten back from our phone call, and as you see here, we have the, oh, that's the onion. Let's make sure we got it. We got our hard biscuits here. Let's make sure we turn in the right one this time. Oh, Lord of mercy.
Greetings to you.
I smell a treat upon you, and that can only mean that you've finished what I've asked of you. Actually, you probably smell a couple of treats on me. Please, allow me to see the biscuit. She takes a moment to admire your handiwork. This appears cooked to perfection. You are well on your way toward becoming a cook. Well done, Gnarlrynae. And there we go, getting that after quite a bit more effort than we should have had to put into it. All right, let's go back up to the farmer now. Let us turn in the onion we have. And we can say we've got something for you too.
What can I do for you?
I smell an onion. Oh, yes, I asked you to grow one for me. Please allow me to see the onion. He takes a moment to admire your handiwork. This appears to be the best of your crop. You are well on your way toward becoming a farmer. Well done, Gnarlrynae. Rarely seen anyone get so excited about an onion before. Now, I imagine we've probably got one more quest down there about tailoring. So let's head down there and find out what we can mess up on it, shall we? All right, so we're back on the terrace. We should have one more. It should be the tailoring one that we have to do. Let's grab it.
You may be of service to me.
Introduction to tailoring. Sewing silken thread into finery and etching the softest leather has been the passion and calling of many elves. It is nice to see that there are others who wish to learn this craft. I have asked one of our promising novices to watch over and guide any new tailors toward learning the very basics of the profession. His name is Cask, and he stands near the workbench here in the terrace. Speak to him, and he will teach you the very basics as he progresses in his own studies. And this should be this guy standing right here with the ring over his head, should it not? All right, I imagine his dialogue will probably be pretty close.
What can I do for you?
To what the others have, and it is, you know, tailoring. Here we go. Ask if you've got any questions, etc. And he's going to give us a bundle of goods as well. And we should have that right here. We do. And it has given us a bolt of rough cloth, and 2 brush light leathers. So we will go over here and see what it is that we have to make now at the workbench. And we are, okay, we're going to need to pull up our tailor tools. There we go. And what is it we are going to construct? See, we need to make sure we go to cloaks. A rough cloth cloak. We don't want to screw up and make some light armor by mistake and have to do all this over again. Good Lord, we've had enough of bouncing and forward here. Alright, it is made. Let us give it to him and see if that meets with his approval, shall we?
What do you need?
I see the cloak there on your person. May I see it? He takes a moment to admire your handiwork. This is a well-crafted cloak. Your needlework is even and tempered, and the cloak will drain properly on the back. You are well on your way toward becoming a tailor. Well done, Gnarlrynae. Awesome. All right. Got that one out of the way there. So we have completed those 3. It looks like he's still got a ring. We've completed Tier 1 of Yeoman, the Yeoman vocation. And it looks like we've had a few things pop up over here.
Sweet lad Milan, will you stay a moment?
Practice makes perfect. It appears that you've learned much about being a yeoman. I am pleased. Now allow me to give you a little something for your efforts. Give me a moment and then speak to me again. Doesn't take much of a moment there, does it? Let's speak to them again.
Megovanen.
I have been told that you perform admirably, and for that I wanted to see that you are well rewarded. Here, take this. It will allow you to craft any apprentice-level recipe that you wish. Okay, so it looks like we've been giving 3 apprentice ingredient packs. And it says your reward for this quest is an item that, surprisingly enough, can be found in the SLO-TRO store. The items is an alternative to standard ingredients. There they are right there. So basically you can buy these in the store and use them to make the ingredients. And I make the recipes, and I know they come in various levels. You apprentice, journeyman, etc. Instead of having to go out into the world and collecting the actual items. So there we are. Okay. And I'm sure somewhere in here are the apprentice packs, if I can find them. I don't actually see them showing up. Let's try over here. Yeah, that is lit up. I got the right stuff, but I don't see the actual materials. Where are they at? Where are they at? Don't know. We'll have to search our inventory for that, see if we can find them. He doesn't have another quest for us. Okay, well, I guess at this point, it says over here that the apprentice packs have been turned into the universal packs. I still don't see them anywhere. Alright, we'll save this search for another time. This isn't the thing we need to waste our time looking on for right now. Let's take a look at what this said. We've got deed completed. The vocation tier 1. Okay. And we finished the 3 quests, the cooking, the tailoring, the farmer, and we've got a title for it. And our title is Drudger. And it says, your talents as a yeoman served you or earned you a fitting title. I swear that used to be just drudge instead of drudger there. Seems maybe they put an R on the end of it. Maybe people have gotten offended by it or something like that. But, got to say, this is, of course, my second favorite title after, of course, Easily Lost. It's Drudge. And that goes with the yeoman. And yeah, you're a cook, a farmer, and a tailor, so you're something of a drudge. But yeah, I think it used to be just drudge, and now it's drudger. So maybe they've gotten some, maybe they got some complaints about it or something. It's like, you know, describe us by our job, not by what we are. But I think drudge was a fitting title. All right, there you go. So next time we are going to head up there to the hill to, oh, what is the name of it? Galem. Let's pull up our quest log here because apparently... Yes, the hallowed ground. Let's go ahead and add that to it. Thamgalair. We are going to head up the hill to Thamgalair. That's why we hadn't been there before, because it keeps getting knocked off of our... let's unlock it. Actually, we'll leave it locked so that it doesn't get knocked off by some of these others. So that's what we would do next time, I believe. In the meantime, I am going to sit here and I am going to think and ponder about where those ingredient packs went. While I thank y'all for coming along with me, appreciate your following along, hope you're enjoying it, and we will see you in a day or two whenever I'm back from work once again. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.